Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero, site defender of the fatherland, off here to our 1v1 on Crossroads. In the north, it is Angreifen, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the first Panther to be shown here with spearhead, Jaeger infantry, and mobile defense with double infantry Panther. West and south it is JDSJDS2, funding for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, and Comrade Stalin, taking on the role here of the 2nd Guards Mechanized Corps here with Lend-Lease tactics featuring the M4C Sherman, Dishka machine guns, M5 half-track assault groups, allied supply drops, and conscript repair kits with infantry, tank, and bulletins. So, as always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters, my personal company of heroes. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon. Links in the description. Also, consider donating. Links in the description as well for that. Would make me very happy. Would also make Basil very happy, wherever he currently is at the moment. And also, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. Keep YouTube engaged. For my sake, of course. Anyway, so back to the action. Double Grenadiers, double Pioneer start here for Angreifen. Bit more aggressive in terms of grabbing territory, and it's going to be a bit later than firepower. We got triple country meanwhile for JDSJDS2, so far standing up near from the Soap player. If Angreifen's planning a more infantry here build, we might see Jaeger infantry with some G43s, though of course this is Angreifen, so there's always room for surprises. As he does have some fondness at times for peculiar strategies. I mean, Eastern troops, Eastern engineers. First engagement in the centre, we got conscious of the Grenadiers here by the centre building. Shots fired, windows being bashed out, glass shattering across the cold, uncaring ground. Pioneers setting up Sams in the centre, more engineers here for JDS. Bit of skirmishing there. Ground Western Pontic, Grenadiers moving up there for Angreifen in the German army. Can soon go for a 3rd Grenadier squad here for Deutschland. Sam Axon's in here from the Pioneer. Grenadiers could flank the conscious here, maybe sort of beat them out further. And these got the units here going eastern victory point. So far, a bit like skirmishing, more pressure arriving on the centre. We got barbed wire here, so all this is happening to deny cover to the enemy in future engagements. Good foresight there by Angreifen. A good old-fashioned thumbs up there to him. Then to the conscripts, bit of skirmishing here. Continuing about there, Pioneers holding up, they're ready to deny enemy bit presence there. Further engineers on the flank here. Pioneers bringing up there from Angreifen. So double engineers and double Pioneers, double Grenadiers with triple conscripts, or triple Grenadiers, double Pioneers, blah, what I'm talking nonsense, but you know, basically sort of a mirrored build actually. We got flames out here now for JDS, ready to put pressure on Angreifen troops. Will he be going for flamethrowers himself? 9 seems to be the answer for 9 engineers. Rider though took too much damage. To the centre, the fighting intensifies here. As Angreifen is forced to vacate the building here and give it over to the Soviets. We've got sandbags here, they're making a bit more easy to fall back. Pushing on the west side here, but without flamethrowers, this is going to take a bit tough there to push out his opponent. But he nonetheless makes the push. We've got more Pioneers or Grenadiers there for Angreifen. As for JDS, we got medics up already and might see some tech soon. Pioneers routed, 4th Grenadier squad almost done. No tech yet for Angreifen, the sooner the better for him as well. And I do believe we are seeing some flamethrowers on the way. Yes, indeed. The Flammenwerfer 35. Constantly moving up here. First Grenadier squad out there for Angreifen. Still no sign of doctrine for him. As for JDS, I mean, obviously his doctrines are going to like make an impact, but I imagine we're seeing Discus being called in since Serb players, unsurprisingly, very fond of a, well, heavy machine gun team that is fairly mobile and has 6 man. That makes it very good. Ground Western Point here, he's attempting to, but a bit of a misclick there, some awkward luck rather meets it out of range. Pioneers push back with engineers and a sheer tide of Soviet infantry there. On the west side here, pushing back the conscript Grenadiers, they're barely holding on, back edge reinforcing. Still not tech for Angreifen, and still not sign of doctrine here. But again, part of me would instinctually say, you know, Jaeger infantry with all these Grenadiers, but I'm certainly thinking like mobile defense or spearhead might lead to something else here from Angreifen. Flank up in his base, still no tech there though. Though neither has JDS teched up himself. We got mines up here. The TM35 mine. Medics on the way there for Angreifen. Still no tech. MG42 now for Angreifen. Fairly delayed MG42 here versus the Soviets. Mines down, Grand Western Point. Sandbags up there. More mines. Thumbs up there to JDS. Very consistent. Thorough work there. Of course, going to force Angreifen to go for some mines. But that said, he's also moving the eastern side, taking advantage of JDS heavy focus on the west side to that way outmirror his opponent a bit. Good play there by Angreifen. Maneuver is always a crucial part. And you finally... No, don't have tech yet there. Just... For some reason, my mind hadn't quite connected the two. There's, you know, we got the activity mark there, the bar there, progress bar, thinking, oh, he's finally taking, of course, you know, NT-42's come from the headquarters. They have for years now. Like, they used to actually have to be built in the infantry company, which, of course, meant, like, they had... That fella really slowed down the Wehrmacht early game. So some years ago, they switched over to the headquarters. Going for the Grenadiers here. Routed. Still no tech there. Quite heavy tier 1 though from Angreifen here versus JDS. I mean, 2 Pioneers, 4 Grenadiers, and the ND-42 is quite heavy. And there's still no indication of what he's really playing at versus JDS. I mean, some players that go for heavy tier 1 usually tends to indicate they actually like want to like pressure heavy, and some are like hope to glide into tier 4 occasionally. In which case, I suppose he could go for mobile defense, maybe rely on the Puma. That'd be a bold strategy, but again, Angreifen does occasionally pull these kind of strategies. We'll have to see that. Pioneers, Grenadiers, or just Pioneers going here for the Engineers. Constantly backing up there. Grenadiers moving up the centre here. Still no sign of tech there from him. And you follow the eastern side. Pioneers, they're in trouble. But so are the Engineers actually. In fact, a lot of people end up in trouble there in the centre. And these side steady progress here from Angreifen and the German army. The first Panther be shown here. And we got tech there for JDS pushing straight for the tank of the chain command. Whatever Angreifen is planning definitely needs to involve some tech soon. Well, that T-7 is going to give him a hard time. Like, even if he's planning, say, a Puma, that still requires 5 command points to be, like, able to build from the headquarters. And he's still got some time before he's there. So, whatever Angreifen is planning, he definitely needs, like, you know, pull himself up a bit towards that. Gun is moving out there. Tank almost done. Finishing up there on the west side here, man goes off and they're going to leave, killing 2 men. Tank command, they're ready now for JDS. Because you have T-70, there we go. A T-70 right on the clock, 7-minute mark. That's going to be tough there. And we go. Dishka as well there, adding pressure to Angreifen, adding socialist menace to the menu. Continuing westwards here, no upgrades yet. Still no sign of a doctrine. And still no tech from Angreifen. I mean, either he's been laying down telemines, we haven't been paying a notice, or again, it feels like he might actually be planning mobile defense at this rate. At which point, again, it's not impossible he may try and go for tier 4 then.
We now have access to additional battlefield options.
At least I would not be surprised. I can't help but escape the feeling he's tried that before in ages past this doctrine when it was playable. You just go for more Pumas and transfer to tier 4.
We are losing territory.
Pioneers right by the conscripts. Pioneers moving forward to system upgrades. Partly because he can't do it, because he can't take. He's finally taking up. It only took him like 8 minutes. That's a very late by the way tech for the Wehrmacht there. Incredibly late. Most players by now at least like, you know, have stuff going. There we go. We do get mobile defense. So it is in fact going to be Pumas here from Angreifen. The 234-2. As there was in fact a total of 4 versions of the 234 armoured car. The Puma was actually only the 2nd version, which is actually the one that produced in the fewest numbers. Fun fact. Pioneers and Engineers in the west, T-70 just blasting away the full hedges. Petrov, how do you aim? I don't know, I just aim after the screaming. What if you're shooting at their own? Well, you know, they scream differently. How do you know? I used to work for the NKVD. But I got 5 for being too enthusiastic. T-70 has the Pioneers here. Consequently, eastern fuel point here. Troops enforcing. Closing on that Puma. He's still a bit under command point wing on JDS and he's closing on 5. He might like to try and take up soon further. He could actually drop fuel point crates, get with the mechanized and my company, and then start churning up T-34s and M4C Shermans here versus Angreifen. Probably M4C Sherman, since the Puma's going to be fairly efficient with the T-34s from 6. The reality, it wouldn't have been. But there you go. Fuel drop here for JDS. Machine gun being hauled towards the centre here. JDS dug in the west. Telemines would be about a great investment here for Angreifen versus JDS. He's got plenty of munitions to, like, you know, utilise. Or at least begin upgrading the Grenadiers for light machine guns. They definitely should not be floating that much munitions without, like, doing anything with them. Dishka problem in the centre for the Grenadiers, quickly hosing down Ludwig. Panther fast on the T-70. Grenadiers and Engineers. And we get a mortar here from Angreifen, definitely not a bad pick. Can be used as the support weapons and can of course also lay on smoke screens to support attacks during the future maneuvers. Very good there for Angreifen. Generally I found a good investment. Gun is advancing up here in the east and the west side there. We got the engineers routed. Their minesweeper ultimately not much use against Germans. Going to the conscripts here. There we go. Granadenwerfer out for Angreifen. Troops reinforcing. Not much healing needed there now. Still no upgrades for the Grenadiers though. Decent towards the centre. Can go for a Puma. In a few moments, he just needs a bit more manpower. We'll have to see though if JDS expects this. I mean, most players don't bother with Pumas as the Wehrmacht, partly because there's better doctrines overall. But there you go. We do get a Puma here for Angreifen for the German army. Guns and fire from the T-7 light tank. Shots being blasted away there. Cover crumbling away right before their eyes with the T-7 keeps firing with its 45mm gun. Pioneers in the east of us, the conscripts. Mortify, they're pushing up the machine gun crew. Puma is almost done here for Angreifen. Goes in and tries to take up after that. Though he still needs to take up, like he wants to go for 2 whatever, he needs to like still take up there overall, so a bit short there. Meanwhile, we've got the mechanized armor company here for the JDS and the Red Army. Smoke in the center here to cover up the attempt to grab the point, but could actually end up backfiring on him. Got mobilized for certain way there for the conscripts. Very good upgrade as always. Puma arrives here for Angreifen for the German army, Deutschland. Gonna likely go here for the T-70, try and take it out. Shot 5, punches right through. Morton on the way for JDS to counter his opponent's Morton, caused by himself with artillery support. Punch a bit through, but the T-7 doesn't go like them to the Puma. Another miss from the Puma. Another miss from the Puma. Really unlucky Puma there for Angreifen. Rather unfortunate overall. Mortify here in the centre. Backing off a bit there actually. Looks like he might have tried to bombard the mortar point or fuel point there, but it's not quite working out. Mechanized armor company are ready. Just need some fuel and manpower. We'll have to see what he goes for. T-34 from 6 would be the swifter choice, but the Sherman would certainly be a bit punchy, and I think also a bit tougher for the Puma to tangle with. Got it from the Puma, the T-7 passing straight through the frontal armor this time around, actually hitting, almost got it now, just one more shot. Got the T-70, a stinging blow there to the JDS and the Red Army. Puma also getting veterans 1, which opens up here for aimed shot. And the 4-2 gaining veterans 1, back here reinforcing. Still no tech for Angreifen, is he planning more Pumas perhaps? Before taking up further, I don't know. In fact, he may need more Pumas if he wants to like install for any other kind of armor here, rather than the medium stuff. We got Finny 86 and 405. Gonna have Murphy needs to be careful. Got troops moving forward here on the west side. Fuel point grabbed by the Surge in the east and the west there. Also being held up. We can see Angreifen getting forced to deal with that. JDS there going for the T-34 from 6. Still no sign of anything there from Angreifen. No further plans here. Puma shoots, misses, hits some hedges instead, maybe kills a squirrel. As it finds its home hit by a 50mm armor piercing round.
We are losing a sector.
Puma forwards here. Plays with his cracks machine gun and his main gun. Hoping to get some kills on the engineers. Need to careful conscripts on the flank. There you go. We also got anti-tank grenades up there from JDS. Very good throw there. Leaves the Puma with a damaged engine. Definitely no put there for Angreifen.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Troops reinforcing him. We also got most of the guns upgraded with light machine guns. Very good. He still would benefit from a lot from mines. I'm surprised that Angreifen, which is normally, you know, prolific, for example, layer of S mines, hasn't actually done any at all.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Like to make a nice company. Oh, we do actually have some then, never mind me. The telemines would also still be a good idea for Angreifen as well here. Good hit there, Puma half HVX need 2. Probably going to go for Pack 40 from here, still no further tech for Angreifen. But there you go, Panther by Canone Field Sick. Definitely feeling like a stall strategy here for Tier 4 by Angreifen, but it's not like he's getting there particularly fast. So I don't know. T-4 coming eastwards. Got these on the far here. We got a flame one coming off, killing Paul Ludwig. Puma moving forwards. There we go. Puma shoots but misses the T-34 some 6. Pack 40 almost done there for Angreifen and the German army. The first Panther destroyed. Second gun is moving up. Tree gets flung away very aggressively by something. I'm not entirely sure what. Probably the machine gun there. Pioneers not far from the third mortar in the east here. T-34 moving forward. Gun is quick Panther Faust, in which case the Puma could finish it off here. Yes, indeed. Bit of mistake here with JDS possibly. Great hit from the Puma. Almost Veggie 2 there. Almost. Contra rushing forwards there. Veggie 2 game main gun out. He's going to try and finish it off here. There's not much after for him then. And shot bounces. Anti-tank grenade goes off. Can the Puma get the killing blow? Oh, the shot bounces again. Another fateful plank. Another plank. Shot misses. Field gun on the way here for JDS. Ah, shot finally went through there. JDS, I imagine, cursed himself he didn't get a 4th plank. Puma there with 4 kills. Veggie 2 trying to get away. The main gun is now out as well there. Conscript there almost got the cooldown off on the machine. The LDV retreating, allowing the Puma maybe to get away here. More gunners bringing the comes from the flank though. We got S-mines as well. They're making it hard for him to push in there. The Molotov off though. Needs more support down here in the southeast. Still no tech for Angreifen. They're going to run this range to the S-mine field. Didn't do too much there to them. Puma popped smoke, but I think at the wrong time. And, oh, abandoned. That's a bit awkward. Still no tech there. Grab the eastern fuel pump there, but Angreifen's using the western one with his mortar. Here's Granatenwerfer. JDS looks like he's going to go for the M4C Sherman next. So what will he do? Will they try and fix the Puma or will they just wreck it further? Looks like he's going to destroy it there. There we go. Tech for Angreifen finally. Shot misses. Second shot misses. Gun is being threatened. The field gun falls away. Next is able to salvage the field gun by the looks of it. I mean, it's still going to take some damage time to repair with the 2 Pioneer squads, including one with Mitre and the other one with Destiny 3. It's not going to be too long either, so you can actually quickly get that Puma back into action. He's out of the danger zone. Here's JDS. Pulls more troops in to try and finish off that damn Puma. Machine gun flying away there. There we go. Puma fixed. Now I just need to get it back and out of there. Pioneers pushing forwards. Puma just needs to engage. Gun is also need to get the hell out of there. And I guess he's going to go for tier 4 next here. If he goes for tier 3 now, that's just going to be a really bizarre strategy then from Angreifen. Puma shoots, hits some wood. So there we go. Just need to keep taking if that's what he's playing. Though again, honestly, I just recommend the Supremo as always. And obviously, I probably wouldn't bother with the Puma in the way he's done so, but that's just me. T-34 on the way there for JDS. Another T-34. No M4C Sherman yet for him. Not much else with the Doctrine. He's got the centre. We got the mortar on the west side here, which could risk getting knocked out here. We got mortar found M4 in the cemetery. Puma a bit damaged. Disengaging. Troops are here ready in the base for JDS, and the west team machine gun holding up there as he gets hammered. We got the mortar coming up there for Angreifen in the centre. We got gunners further pushing ahead here, catching JDS off guard in the centre here. Could fire grenade and hit some units. There we go. Quick retreat here. Conscripts narrowly dodge it. Troops moving in to deal with it. Grenadiers further. They're quite exposed. They probably should retreat and they're so low in health here. One mistake could easily cost them the Grenadiers. Mortar firing down there, killing Sergei as he gets blown to bits. And there we go. Tier 4 on the way there for Angreifen finally. He could also buy with JDS because there's another fuel drop. Although Puma is fully fixed up again. Engineers as the gunners in the centre, and the west side mortar remains in position. And there you go, Tier 4 forming up. West side I think would be a great place for JDS to put more pressure on Angreifen. I mean, it's just wide open. He can just grab a few point and victory point there and put pressure on Angreifen. Puma is moving westwards there. Gunners with engineers in the centre. Moving in there, shoots and hits the T-34, punch straight for the side armor. Now hit from the Puma and the T-34 some 6, and it's 50 another gun. T-4 almost done. Got the mortar actually. Could perhaps grab it with support from the Puma. The centre of the gun is closer here to JDS centre cuff point, pushing him back. Oh, he's destroying the mortar. That makes sense too. But the Puma does seem to have a hard time hitting it. There we go. So he has tier 4 ready, he can build it. That should do that. German mortar got cleared out. Guess he got a bit too complacent, and JDS saw opportunity to punish him. We just got lucky. That's also an option. Pack straight into the mine there, loses Reinhardt, as he finds himself with his legs blown off. Pony is flanking up behind. Just reinforcing. Field gun holding ready, constantly forwards here. Still nothing that further ahead of JDS's base. Could still go for fuel drops. You could also consider laying down more mines from Nation Scots to spare, so they both I think are viable options depending what the overall plan is. We got 346 to 317, and Angreifen has yet to build a heavy panzer corps and do anything with it. Definitely should push that up farther in terms of like schedule and timetables. But there you go, good push into the cemetery. Gaining that away here from Angreifen and the Germans.
Our lines of supply are disrupted. Our foes have 300
Sandbags are plenty.
Increase your efforts.
I'm guessing some mines as well here and there. There we go. Nice spot to mine. Heavy Panzer Corps finally got their fun gun for Germany Dodge, making a hunt from the grenades in the west here. They did not get sandbags down there, perhaps with no sight there by JDS. Bit of no sight. Gunners are not having the easiest time with them nonetheless. Light carbines were spotted for the conscripts. Key for the wing shoots and I know didn't hit the Puma. The Puma kind of hit in return. Feeling about in the center here. That's recruit that Morton turning against the Soviets once more. Good work. Field gun bombarding the center mode, holding up. He grabbed these some fuel pump back there for the Red Army as well. That'll soon give him both fuel points. He can go for the M4C Sherman. He could also go for Katyusha burst as support within the infantry, or he could also just go for more T-34s. But I think an M4C Sherman would be a nice pick here for him. Angreifen should have the heavy Panzer Corps done now. The question is just to go for a Panther, Sturm Panzer, or a Panzerwerfer. Katyusha though on the way for JDS and the Red Army. And they're being sniped by the T-34 from 6. And they're suppressed, being hammered while firing down as well. Heavy Panzer Corps remains silent. Starting to look like he might be planning a Panther versus JDS. The Mexica Panzerkampfwagen 5. Puma being held back here. Sandbags in the east. Fuel drop for JDS. And Angreifen is indeed going for the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Puma there blasting away. Veterans 1 kill. I'm guessing he's looking for mines, so I'm just set them off. Panther halfway done. Katyusha ready here for JDS and the Red Army. Hey, Panzer Corps halfway done. The rest got the T-34 was the MG. Moving forwards. Down to 2 men. Puma falling back here as JDS infantry aggressively pursues across the cemetery there. But was getting caught in some crossfire. There you go. Katyusha opening up with the Pack 40. 1 gunner already dead, and a direct hit here kills another one, leaving 2 barely alive. And as seeing rocket volley here could finish it off. Unless, Conscripts actually do the job. Panther's almost done here though, but still, the Pack being lost here is definitely going to hurt Angreifen a bit. There, T-4 moving forwards. He's got, got the Pack as well. Panther has arrived here for Angreifen for the German Army. Deutschland, T-4 running forwards, trying to engage the Puma. The Puma is pushing it back. There we go, aim shot, jamming the turret ring. Panther moving forwards here for Angreifen with another T-4 for JDS. Guess he's not expecting a Panther. They cancel it, or just stick to it, I guess. Panther running forwards ahead here, going aggressively. Need to be caused a mindful of mine, since they could leave the Panther in a very bad place. Very fast shot fight there straight for the sidearm with the field gun. Another hit there from the field gun. In fact, side armor was such a weak point, the Panther, they're actually close to just moving on to the Panther 2 because of it, until they realized they could just add armored side skirts, and that apparently was sufficient. So, yeah, fun fact there about the Panther, and I guess German designers. Shot bounces off the T-54, feeling its way in the Puma, almost got it, Spetsu 2 though. Far in east here, we got to push for the eastern victory point, a fuel point in the logging yard. Train's being suppressed with a dish cut. We got 232 with 299. Well, we'll Angreifen go for next. Panzerwerfer, Sturmpanzer, try for more Panthers. Q4 taking punishing hits from the Panther and the Puma. Got the Puma MD-40 rotary for the Panther. Grim Lease and put on the machine gun. No immediate response here from JDS to that. They could rush in a T-34 to quickly clear that out. Mortars continue to exchange fire here across the centre. A smart being caught laid down here by Angreifen around the centre victory point. Fairly cheeky there by him. Fairly cheeky. Ooh, good kill there. Panther brings up in the conscripts. Pioneers moving in. And anti-tank there off from the Panther, damaging the engine. T-54 pushing back the gunners to the west side, plus 12 conscripts. These side there, no response there. Goes straight to the MB-42 there though. Almost got the centre. Grabbed by someone, but apparently not. Field gun there firing up. Good hit on the Puma. Down to almost half health. Got one T-54 being dispatched to the victory point there to clear them out. Another T-54 for JDS. Just keep churning out those T-54s. That is certainly also a vital strategy of the Soviets. And what is Angreifen planning? I do not know. But there's that many T-34s, the Panther may fall a bit short, as it doesn't really have a lot of firepower, which is really the Panther's main weakness. It just does not project enough firepower for its price tag. Anti-tank grenade off there. Gets been forced into the disco here. Coming into support here. Third T-54 almost done for the JDS and the Red Army. No, cancel it for the H-35 tank destroyer. I mean, that's a sensible response as well. Would like to see some MCHs here from the JSD versus Angreifen, but the H-35 is definitely not a bad choice versus what's on the field. Got the Israeli Panther moving in too quickly trying to assist here. We got 204 versus 291. JD's continue to lead in terms of victory points, bleeding out Angreifen. Mortar landing directly on the Panther, they're doing no damage. Go straight for the T-54 here. Molotov from the Gunners got that T-54 for flank here of the Panther. Shot went through. Bet you 2 T gain on the T-54 from 6. We got a command tank out for Angreifen. The Panzerkampfwagen 4. Befehls Panzerwagen. H-35 almost done here for JDS. Fighting continues to flow back and forth here between these two players. Puma down to half health on the east side. We've got the pump being grabbed. We've got the T-54 engaging the Pioneers and getting a quick kill. Katrusha found the centre, then Mortar right alongside what the remaining infantry support weapons around. Panther there, half health. Could theoretically bring the Puma and the T-54, or H-35 and the T-54 to deal with it, not the Puma, as he has not grabbed it. Pioneer sent packing east of the T-34 from 6. Almost got a wipe here, close but no cigar. Shot bounced. H-35 remains on the serve. Other T-54 there, all the way in the west, waiting, just getting repaired. But there you go, straight to the H-35, punches the hole straight through the Puma's cabin. Command tank versus 4, they're going to the H-35's line of fire as well. They could get hit by tank grenades and there's infantry nearby to do so. Panther being hauled back for repairs. And there you go, T-54 confident for Hoorah, maybe. Oh, pops away there. H-35 there, gets another great hit there. Command tank down to less than half health here. You got 150 feet versus 291 in the centre there. T-54 going for the Gunners, and great hit. Almost takes out both squads with a single shot, leaving Angreifen's infantry devastated. And there you go. One squad actually got annihilated entirely. The T-54 cleaning up the job it started. Command tank with 2 kills, but in a rather weak state. JDS meanwhile is showing us slowing down here versus Angreifen. Go get some smoke here in the centre, I believe, from Angreifen. Nice work there, but a bit too late. So what will happen next? Looks like Mort's going to attack. They field gun mobile in the conscripts. UC5 remains in reserve. We got mobile or counter-attack tactic from Angreifen. Thumbs up. Very good ability, but overlooked. Can larger grab points faster once they've been rendered neutral. Surprised hasn't used that more early, actually. Another way you could use this munition more efficiently versus JDS, to be honest. Panther's good to go onto me here for Angreifen. You should farm nearby. T-54, they're halfway to the ace level, directed from the Panther. You should try turns around, gets it directed as well there. T-54 being goes in the center. Panther quickly disengages. Angreifen finding himself a bit constrained here by JDS and the Red Army. He's trying to find a way out. Shot fired, missed. Panther moving forward, field mobile machine gun. Panther going there for the T-54 Lancer Grader, but there goes supposed to read or the start one towards the H5, which this time bounces. Lucky there for Angreifen. T-54 less than half health, in fact quarter. Puma going forward. Good fire on piercing rounds in theory. Here is the Puma up close. Panther running forward, but there you go. Exposed to read to the sidearm. The sidearm to the H5 again. Has taken already a lot of damage. Also got the field gun. Pretty dangerous here from Puma. Almost taking out with the discount and field gun there. And the T-54 and the H5 almost got the Panther as well. The conscript nearby popping out a tank grenade. And the Panther itself is only a damaged engine. It is somehow still operable with only the tiniest margins of health. One more shot of anything almost could practically just destroy it. Concentration force there again. Anti-tank grenade was still on cooldown. UC5 rolling off. We got the Puma nearby with a knocked out gun. Situation here for Angreifen is terrible. And there you go. Puma is kaput. There's the command tank at half health, and there's a Panther with barely any health. We got 75 versus 291. Gun is being hammered here in the center by the additional field gun. Disc also doing its part here. T-34 through rolling. There you go. Panther being fixed up here for Angreifen. No idea what he's planning next. Could be a Sturm Panzer, could be another Panther, I guess. Pack 40 on the way there for Angreifen. Die Panzerabwehrkanone 40. T-4 running forwards. Gun is being hammered here. Just being absolutely obliterated here by the T-34s. Mercilessly tearing Angreifen's infantry apart. Another shot fired there. Another T-54 there for JDS and the Red Army. T-54 catching the command tank, which is pretty much defenseless here. Betty 2 getting the T-54, increasing its rate of fire. We do get some smoke pop there. But, yeah, that's not going to work. Panther's good to go. But it's going to be significantly outnumbered and outgunned. At which point, again, it just doesn't have the firepower to remotely compete. And it doesn't matter how much armor it has. And again, when there's so many shots fired against it, it's not going to help either. There we go, direct hit. Could pop off an anti-tank grenade and keep it defenseless. There we go, half health already. T-54 getting the ace level. Got 25 here. Film bombarding. I think you should try and move the T-54 behind the Panther, to be honest. But it's 2 gained. Other T-54 got it. You should fire the T-2 though. Another hit there. And that Panther is kaput. Pretty much already. Main gun out. And effectively defenseless. There we go. Panther out of the war. A victory there for JDS. That Angreifen concedes and retreats. A GG game over here. Nasty fight here on Crossroads. Was an interesting Puma play there by Angreifen. At the end, I feel like the timing was a bit awkward there. Could definitely have had something up faster. Panther is also a great choice then. A bit of some mines, some telemines specifically, went very nice for him as well here versus JDS. JDS would say overall had a nice, would like to do some infantry Shermans, but that's about the really major complaint there I can really muster up. So I hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, or consider donating. Links in the description. This is Impel Links. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Up till tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.